You might have grown up in an environment of lack where there was never enough, or maybe you grew up in a household with financial stress. Sometimes we're not aware that we are living from a lack mindset and we can break free from it. We are here to create, to bring our dreams into physical form. We as human beings waking up to the fact that this life is impermanent, that we're here to enjoy, to feel, to experience, to create. That humanity took everything so seriously what the gods created for fun. And all of this will be gone, so to enjoy this physical world without getting attached to it. Because nothing is truly ours and we don't take anything with us when we live this human experience. The problem is when we start getting attached to these things. Because you deserve a beautiful life, to be free and at peace. A life not in survival mode, a life without financial stress, a life without always needing to think about money. Because living in abundance is your divine right to be free from all the limitations that the systems of control of this world made you believe that are normal. And when I say abundance, I don't mean money necessarily. We were told to believe we need a lot of money. But in reality, we want freedom. Freedom to do whatever we want, to expand. We want opportunities. We want to be in awe. We want to be. That's what we truly want. And if living in abundance is something you're shooting for, don't let the opinions of other people make you feel guilty or shame for wanting this dream life, that beautiful home, or just opportunities, or even just having a financially abundant, easy life that just flows. Even at a time when I was struggling, paycheck to paycheck, some people in my life tried to make me feel guilty and shame for wanting to have a better life for myself, for abundance. And the craziest thing is that I even listened to these voices for a second. I am very open about the things I want to experience in this world. And I was and still am very open about my belief in the power of manifestation, which is a strange concept because we are actually manifesting right now with every thought, every second. So, anyway, don't let anyone make you feel guilty or shame for wanting to bring that dream life into fruition. Plant those seeds. And you need to understand that these projections always come from negative people. I had people ask me, why do you want all this? How can you dream like this with during this state of the world right now? Imagine if the entire population of the planet, we all look at the world from the same lenses as these negative people, these nihilists, that it's all negativity, all lack, all heaviness, all chaos, all despair. We would all be doomed right now. If we as humans have been creating so far this current state of the world, which we have with our thoughts, do you really think the world overall and the systems we have today were created from an abundant state of being? If you focus on the bad things in life, bad will be all that you see. Everything in this world is abundance. So if you believe and only see what's missing, the lack, you will create an abundance of lack. If you are not putting your focus on the world you want to see, where are you putting your focus on? To the world you might fear would happen? We are creating a reality. And now we are here realizing what we have created so far. But we can flip it around by redirecting our focus. And I would even argue that the more you overcome scarcity and step into abundance, the more you have the opportunity to help others a lot more because you're not in survival anymore and financial stress anymore. Your cup is full and now you can start pouring onto others. Yeah, and going back to what I was saying, I honestly cannot understand how it can trigger someone that a person wants to have a better life for themselves, to like shooting higher and having higher standards. I just don't get it. But if I have to guess, I think these negative people that get triggered by someone dreaming about their dream life, they get triggered because they don't think that it can happen for them also. That maybe they're still operating from competition and comparison. So in this case, if you notice this and see it happening towards you. Focus on yourself and don't pay attention to their projections. Don't internalize it. Maybe they still need to do shadow work to stop competing and comparing to others. Because if you accept these projections from negative people that make you feel guilty or shame for wanting to follow your heart and for wanting to go for what you really want in this life, then you're basically saying, you know what? You're right. I'll just shoot for less than what I deserve because it makes you uncomfortable. And now you're letting yourself shrink. You need to know that what you're doing, the inner work, the shadow work, most people are avoiding. So keep doing that. Keep releasing those limiting beliefs. Keep shedding, keep purging, keep growing, keep evolving. Keep purging, and as long as you keep doing that, you will keep transcending your ego eventually. Shadow work isn't easy, otherwise everyone else would be doing it. What you are doing is not only beneficial for you, but beneficial for everyone. Healing yourself is not only healing you, it's healing everyone around you. And what they don't know is that these people that focus on themselves and on the reality that they want to create in their lives, their manifestations, even if it's materialistic in the beginning, even if it starts from a materialistic wish like getting their dream car, their dream house, or expensive clothes, or whatever it is, eventually it would always be about the becoming of that person. At the end, it was never about the house or the car. It was all about the becoming of that person. The becoming of that person that can receive from an energetic state of being, changing the reality by changing yourself. And people who don't go deep into this process and stay in that superficial level of manifestation, manifesting material things, and getting all they want, but only for themselves, selfishly, and still, even though they're getting all of that, they're still miserable. Maybe that's their lesson. I met people in my life that were able to manifest incredible things and they were still very unfulfilled. And I think this is because if you're not following your purpose and if you're not doing it for the highest good of all, what are you doing it for? So yeah, you don't need to compare yourself to anyone. Everyone has different paths and different lessons in this life. Material abundance can never be enjoyed if you don't develop abundance in your inner world. No need to worry or intervene with those people that are too materialistic. That might be their path to get everything they ask for and still be very unfulfilled because they're not abundant on the inside. So everyone can stay in their lane. And let me be clear, I believe there's two types of people. The kind of people that get all that they want because of the shadow work they have done. They were able to change their reality because they changed themselves, changed their frequency, attracting all that they want now. But there's all the other type of people that do it through manipulation, manipulating the system to take advantage of people, to scam people for their own benefit. That's not good. And the latter one is not the one I was referring to, but just so you know what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of that in the world. And yeah, going back a little, I don't understand why people criticize those that start their healing journeys or get into spirituality, even if it starts from the simple reason of just wanting a better life for themselves, or even if it starts for just the desire to have a more financial stable life. Like even if someone starts this from selfish reasons such as improving their finances, confirmation, eventually they would only do things that are for the highest good of all, because that's what happens. As you keep healing yourself, you realize that what you want is also for the highest good of all, that you truly don't want anything that would affect other people negatively, because you're everyone and everyone is you. You're not separate from people. And not everyone that is rich means that they're abundant. Abundance is a mindset. It's not how much money you have in the bank. An abundant person is generous. An abundant person knows that there's always enough. An abundant person doesn't need to hoard their money, doesn't need to get more and more because it's gonna be gone in the future. That's living in scarcity. We humans don't need to hoard anymore. We are not cavemen anymore. I believe humanity have reached a point of consciousness where we understand that we can manifest and create material goods easily now, and that now our next step is to realize that we are not separate from each other, that by being selfish to each other we're only hurting ourselves, that it's okay to share now, that we can help one another, that by someone improving their finances doesn't take away your financial situation, and by someone improving their well-being doesn't mean that your well-being will decrease. There is enough for everyone, and I do believe it's great to enjoy the beautiful things of this physical reality as long as you don't get lost in the illusion of the 3D. Not getting attached to any of this. Enjoy it, but understand that you're not gonna take anything with you when you live this construct. It's great to enjoy a beautiful, abundant life, but making decisions consciously, conscious of your decisions, that it won't affect other people and your surroundings negatively. And use your discernment. You always know when you need stuff and when you're just getting a lot of stuff that you don't even need. Quality over quantity. And getting a lot of stuff just for the sake of collecting just becomes hoarding, and that is lack. You see where I'm going with this? And if you have been carrying a lack mindset, it's probably not even yours to begin with. Sometimes we have been carrying all this ancestral programming within us. Who knows, maybe your great grandfather had his possessions unfairly taken from him and he learned that by hoarding he would feel safe. That's not yours, but it's yours to release it. That's just one example, but I believe we come here with so much ancestral trauma that it's our responsibility to release it in this life. And obviously, not everyone came in this world with the same cards in life. The hardest part about overcoming lack is that you need to not focus on your current financial situation. You understand what's happening, but you focus on your higher vision without drowning in the issue. And I believe there are two ways that one can overcome any hard financial situation or lack mentality: a hard way and an easy way. We live in a world of density where it takes time for reality to reflect back to us. And it takes even longer for us to change the external through the external by doing. But I believe it's the easier way is to change the external by going within. Let me explain. So you can take the hard way by changing your financial situation from the external, by doing, by more hard work, putting more hours. And this is the way that takes more time, doing what maybe worked for the generation of our grandparents, that maybe they could easily buy a house while doing what everyone else was doing. But times are much different now. But the bright side is that there has never been a time in history that the world is so connected and that there's so much access and opportunities. Today, there's just so many more opportunities to transform your finances if you just open your mind to it. And I already talked about the hard way of changing your current financial reality, which is by doing, by hard work. And now the easier way is to go within, to change the external reality from the inside out. By going in and letting reality soon reflect back to you that inner work, by doing shadow work, by meditating, by healing your self-worth. I do believe that anyone is able to heal and overcome themselves no matter their situation. Healing their self-worth, money blocks, and ability to receive. And this is the easier way, not changing the external from the external, but by going within. So with all that we've been saying already, if you still have people in your life that try to make you feel guilty or shame because you want that dream life or because you want to transform your finances, you're not here to shrink yourself or here to play small, conforming yourself with a life that isn't really for you. So go ahead and keep giving your energy to those dreams. Keep planting those seeds. You are here to live and create your life, a life that is perfectly tailored for you. So go after what your heart truly wants. And don't trade yourself or your dreams for anyone. Let me know in the comments if this video resonated with you. Feel free to like and subscribe for more. Would love to have you around. And keep dreaming big. You deserve a beautiful life. That's all I have for today. Keep it up. Peace.